Hello, Divine Creators. Welcome to Demella Universe. We are the last three. Thank you so much for joining us. It is time for a soul session with Ra. Beautiful beings, as we are sure you have noticed, we have changed, or rather realigned, the name of the sessions to be accurate, more aligned to where we are at this time. When we began these channelings, the frequency came through as a 30-day lessons with Ra in order for us to navigate the physical experience now that it is new. Ra coming in very strong, the frequency of divine masculine, of the sun, of the physical frequency, to assist us in navigating these new energies of authentic expression of the physical realm, being free, being effortless, being formless, taking on the shape of source. And when we began, we were still getting used to the unknown, so having a bit of structure was there. In 30 days, this is what's going to happen. And now, well, we are so at ease in the unknown. What are days? What are numbers? So we are simply just releasing the frequency to soul sessions with Ra. Allows a limitlessness and allows a resonance with how we receive and how these messages come through, for it allows us an evolution, right? It wasn't a mistake to call it 30 days of Ra. It wasn't an error. We sometimes are so harsh and we judge ourselves and we think, oh no, now we can't change it because what are people going to think when they see the universe made a mistake? Like, no, it's not a mistake. It is us accepting that we are different now and allowing that which was to evolve into what is. And this is a lesson for all of us, to not punish ourselves or not be hard on ourselves should we allow a change, should we allow a alignment to allow us, or that resonates with where we are. For this is the physical realm, and this aligns with the channeling we are going to bring through today with Ra. We are co-creating with the frequency. It is a understanding of this physical in order not to rush the process, in order to be at peace and at ease with every single step, every single stage you're in. We mentioned this briefly in our latest spirit check with the label self-love, or the naming frequency self-love rather. It is to understand that in the physical realm, when one evolves, when one changes, when one matures, when one grows, ascends and transcends, it is not an instantaneous event. It is not one being and the next, caterpillar, boom, butterfly. We have an intermediate a time in between for healing, for transition and for changing. And it is important that we honor this. The masculine frequency really wants you to honor this in-between stage. Yes, we were conditioned to not honor this in-between stage, to be impatient, because when you were growing up and with society, we were conditioned not to really enjoy being where we were. We were always programmed to action, 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 to look for the next thing. That anything in between or any stillness was an agitation, became a frustration, became a lack, became an anxiety, a frustration. And we are now healing that energy in order for us to, one, allow the transitioning state, for there's much healing and much integration and much learning through one medium to the next. It is a powerful space. From ice, water, and water boiling steam, right? From that cold to heat. Imagine if the ice went straight to steam. You would miss out on water. Well, isn't it nice that we have ice to liquid, then to the steam? We have the experiencing of water, much healing there, much learning there. So we are, and much to be grateful for there. Yes, there's much to be grateful in the transition period, which is why in the channeling Velastri we came through the strong yak, and we understand why that yak, it highlighted an experience in our past when we were still Lasala before our awakening. We remember we had this period where we were moving from the suburb to the city, and in the city we knew, and we had a vehicle, we had a car, because we used to travel far for work in the hospital as physiotherapists. And we knew that in the city, because we had released physio and we were doing other activities which were around the city, the work we were doing was around the city, modeling and acting, casting studios, and everything else was around the city. We would not need to have a car. Having a car in the city was just, parking was just expensive and problematic, and then the servicing of the car a lot easier to actually just walk everywhere. So we understood that when we moved to the city, we would release our car and we would use that money to invest in whatever else coming through. We would not need a vehicle. And however, we were anxious for what? The finances, for the money, in order for us to start doing things. So we were in a rush to rid the car. So we knew it would take time, we knew it would take process, and we were trying to figure out how to begin and where to go the process. But in that energy, we were fast forwarding to, we just want to do this quickly, get everything done, just release this car. So we were not grateful for it anymore. We remembered very clearly. We were so focused on how we were going to manifest in the city, how our future is going to look, and how the funds from this car being released is going to assist us, that was the only place we were focusing on. So we were in a rush. We were not grateful for this vehicle anymore. And we recall we were driving to back home, we believe, or to meet someone. Anyway, we were driving and we were taking this off-ramp on the highway. And we remember looking up, and we were going one way, and the driver coming towards us overshot their turn, and before we knew it, they were in our lane. We had zero time to react and crashed right into us. And we remember just before seeing them, we saw them on their cell phone. So they were not looking at all where they were going. It was quite a wild experience for us. We also turned out that she had been drinking, so there's a whole scenario. And we understand now that we were so dismissive, we were so done with this car, that then, okay, likened energy, the car was done with us. And in that way, yes, the vehicle was written off, and yes, the insurance paid out, and yes, we got money, but in a way which was not at all our highest frequency of well-being. We do not excuse the behavior of the other driver. Yes, they were under the influence. Yes, they were on their phone. We remember seeing it clearly, and it was, so yes, we understand, but that person was always going to be there, always under the influence, always on the phone. Why were we a vibrational match? That's the thing we asked ourselves. We were a vibrational match. And very possibly and very likely, should we have, instead of wanting to get rid of the car, realized, oh wow, we're going to get rid of this beautiful car which has been with us for so many years. We love this car. Let's nurture this car. Actually, let's take a road trip, a final road trip of this car. Let's go to an outdoor festival with this car. Let's do everything we possibly can with the car while we still have it. Let's enjoy it. Let us just enjoy the possibilities. We are quite certain that we would have missed that timeline, or not even been inspired to go, but we were a vibrational match to the energy of that driver, also under influence and texting, negligent, dismissive of their presence, of their well-being. Yuck, to try and rid yourself of something quickly for the next stage, as opposed to being grateful for where you are, observing. So this is what I have right now. So what can I experience? This is how the physical realm works. It's from one state to another with an in-between transitioning. So much learning, so much healing within the transitioning state. Right now, we never ever, because of that experience, we never rush anymore to dismiss something. Even if we are ready for a stage in our life or something in life to come to an end, we understand if we had learned everything, it would have already been at an end. We wouldn't need to wait for it. If you are rushing for something to be over, it means you're not ready for it to be over. Because if you were ready for it to be over, it would be over. So whenever we're in any situation, we accept where we are, understanding there's a lesson here. There's something for us to learn here. And we're simply open and ask the universe, what is it to learn here? What do I get with the car for these last few weeks? What do I get to enjoy? Show me, car. Show me what you could. Oh, should we be in this frequency back then? A whole completely different understanding of what it would be to release that car and come into this new way of being in the city, right? So allow yourself to be where you are without rushing it, without dismissing it. Self-love, self-care, self-nurture at all times. And however the conclusion, however the evolution, however the transitioning, it will align to your highest frequency. So it's a joyous release, a joyous goodbye, a celebration of an ending and a celebration of a beginning. The transitioning and evolution process here is slower, which is a benefit to us. For we then get to heal everything. When you're anxious, why am I anxious? Release. Frustrated, why am I frustrated? Release. Desperate, why am I desperate? Release. Impatient, why am I impatient? Release. So you have this myriad of emotional stages while you're waiting for a conclusion and a beginning. And as you are going through those stages, you remain whole, thus transmuting and anchoring and healing in all those different spaces. Because when you are completing a lesson, you want it to be complete and wrapped up completely. You don't want to keep repeating those cycles again. With the car, we had not completed that lesson because of the way it ended. So we experienced that same lesson of wanting something to be done, but in different ways, until we stopped requiring things to be done. We stopped rushing for the ending. We instead embraced and enjoyed and relished in every moment we get to participate with every frequency, understanding everything is transient. Nothing is meant to last forever, so everything will end eventually, so there's no need to rush for it. Instead, enjoy how much you have with it until the ending, and still yet then enjoy the ending, for the beginning comes through. Do not rush your beautiful divine evolution. And now that you are at source, it is more trust that the waiting period, trust that the in-between periods, the transition periods will be pleasant, will be rich, will be abundant. We are experiencing this now. Whenever we have an in-between stage, there's so much abundance there. Should we not look ahead to the outcome? Should we just remain present? So much abundance. Should we look ahead to the outcome? We miss the abundance. So allow yourself to be where you are, understanding exactly where you are is where you need to be for whatever reason, and simply say, Source, thank you, show us. We wish to understand why we're here. What do we receive right here? What do we receive right now? What lessons are there yet to learn? Why are those energies are still around us? We have done all the releasing we can on our side. Clearly there's much to learn. Show us, in order for us to truly be at peace and be at the highest form of gratitude. And we are grateful for every single experience. We're grateful for each moment. So much healing here. Remember, you are a spirit being. Many of you are not of this physical realm. So yes, you are used to fast changing transitions that are not sticky and needing the healing, but we came here for the healing. We came here to weave in the frequencies of source into each and every single cell and atom of creation. Allow it to be thorough, allow it to be precise, allow it to be rich, by allowing yourself patience and ease and time for the healing and the transitioning to be thorough, to be complete. complete that cycle wholly within love, and you will evolve into your next experience wholly within love. We shall now do some light codes to assist you in your transition stage wherever you are, to allow you a receptivity of that which you are to learn, of that perhaps which is unseen, in order to align you to the optimum healing, the optimum transition stage, evolutionary stage, for you to truly embrace the new that is rapidly coming and heading your way. Trust, the changes are imminent and abundant. You are simply ensuring that you're releasing every little thing of the past, of the old, in order for every single thing of the new to come in, uninhibited, not restricted by any lingering data from past experiences. Okay. Deep breath in. Vilitries, talovatries, kisauturos, kiviatries. Deep breath out. Kiviatares, talovatries, talovom, vilivitries, kasatares. Deep breath in. Kiviates, taloves, kisauturos, talavitries, kisauturos, kiatares. Deep breath out. Vilitos, kisitares, talovem, vilavitries, kasaturos, kiviatries. Deep breath in. Vitries, talovem, vilavitrios, kasaturos, kiliitries, kasavitries, kasaturos, and deep breath out. Vitrias, kiviatares, talovetries, kisaturos, kiviatries. Keep breathing. Vilitries, talovam, valavitries, kisaturos, talovetries, katis, kisaturos, talavatries, kisatiris, kiaturos, kilataris, kasaturos, kiviatiris, kiaturos, kiavet. Riaturos, kiavator, calavatries, calaturos, kisatares, riavitries, kisaturos, kiviatries. Crown chakra, kilavates, kasatur, kiavites, kasatares, kiavutos, calatiries. Root chakra, kilavatos, calatis, kilaturos, calavatries, kiitares, kiavotos, kilitares. Heart chakra, kiaturos, talaves, kilavates, kasatis, kiaturos, kilovatries, katuros, solar plexus, kiavates, kasatus, riatares, kalatiri, kiaturos, calavatries, sacral, kialatas, katur, throat, kiavek, kiatas, third eye, vilat, kayatis, star, riat, kiaturos, talavatries, katis, kiatos, tilavatries, katis, earth, ries, riaturos, talavet, kiaturos, calaturos, kiatries, talavis. Viazutos, casatares, calaturos, kiazitries, catares, gitares, gitares. Connecting to the zero frequency completion of cycles. Vilaturos, catries, new beginnings. Kiatas, calatis, ritares. It is a measure of what's to come. A measure that is of what is to come in celebration, in abundance, in love for you. That you need to do all this work to release that was. Envision you emptying a house completely. Every drawer, every cupboard, every nook emptied in anticipation for what's to come in. Not thrown out in anger, disregard, in a hurry, but released within love and gratitude and appreciation. Allowing that which comes in to come in within love, gratitude, and the highest appreciation. The honoring of you, the honoring of that which was, and the honoring of that which is. Allowing that which will be within the frequency of honor. Beatrices casaturas, kiviates calatares, kiazotos kiviates, riatares, riatares, riatares. Blessed be